What patterns showed up for you as a new founder that ended up creating problems in your business?
Okay, so I think there's so many problems that showed up as a new founder, like from patterns that kind of created problems in the business, but to try to be very specific with two examples, one would be that my background was always in the sales side of the organization. So in sales, you are pretty much, trained and conditioned to worry about like the prospecting, closing the deal, and after the contract goes through, you don't worry about the product side, the customer service side. There's other teams. It's kind of like a relay race and you're handing a baton to those people and your leg of the race is done and you go find more revenue. As a founder, you don't get the luxury of only focusing on one area of the business. Yes, sales is a large component of it, but you have to know more about what's going on in product and CS and leadership and one-on-ones with your team. And so wearing kind of these different hats in these different areas of the business, when you're doing kind of a different role or job, you have to do a lot of jobs. You can't just do one job as a founder, and learning how to compartmentalize that and not let like stress or emotions from one area bleed into the other is a pattern that showed up. It probably still shows up. I think I'm getting better at it, but I think I'd be laughable to say I've solved it completely. Another one is like, I guess a little bit less business specific and maybe a little bit more relational of just like, sometimes I have had a history of having this tendency to like, I love to help people and I like haven't always had super reciprocal relationships, right? Sometimes I'm pouring a lot more into like my friends or my family than they have the ability or the capacity to pour back into me. Like when it comes to picking co-founders specifically, I have the best co-founders in the world now, but they are not the first people that I thought would be my co-founders. I have lots of kind of people that I thought would be those people that ended up not being those people. And I think that the pattern that was showing up that was causing that for me, there is an element of yes, selling your co-founders, but also you shouldn't necessarily have to sell them, not like closing a deal. And I don't think anybody explains that very well. Like if you're gonna do something with these people for the next however many years and work on something that is so hard, they have to choose to be there and want to be there. And so you have to like believe people's actions when they show you them and not just be convinced that you can like handle it all on your own. And I think that was something for me where I was choosing people that said they wanted to be there, but in their actions, like they were not willing to do the things that co-founders needed to do. And so I had to really be like, okay, like what is causing this problem? How do I identify and find the right people to do this thing with so that we can help support each other? Because otherwise it's like going to drain and break me. So those would be the two patterns that I can think of.